Good morning to all. So I am Franklin, Assistant Professor in the Department of Information Technology, V.S.B Engineering College, Autonomous Karu. Okay. So let us see the evaluation of operating system. Okay. So before that, we are going to what is the definition of operating system. Okay. So let us see the definition. Okay. So operating system is a program. Okay, operating system is a program. So that program can be control the execution of the application programs. Okay, so it is the interface between the application and the hardware. Okay, so if you add the resources for this computer, okay, so the operating system can be manage the resources. Okay, so what type of resources can be add to the computer? Okay, so hardware. Okay, for example, printer. Camera. Okay, so these are the resources. Okay, so if you add the resources to the computer, okay, so the operating system can be manages all the resources. Okay, so an operating system is the interface between the hardware and the software. Okay, hardware and the software. Okay, so this is a definition of operating system. Okay, so next one, evaluation of operating system. Okay, evaluation. So first one, that is simple batch data systems. Okay, so multi-programmed batch systems, then time sharing and real-time systems, then multi-processor systems and distributed systems. Okay, so these are the evaluation of the operating system. Okay, so let us see one by one. Okay, so first one is simple batch system. So first evaluation that is batch system. Okay. So batch system in the sense is a collection of jobs. Okay, so collection of jobs are called batch. Okay, so batch is a sequence of user jobs. Okay, that is the sequence of job that is called batch. Okay, so job is predefined sequence of commands. Okay, what are the commands that is used for this batch system means? Okay, so programs. Okay, so programs, data are combined to a single unit. Okay, programs, data are combined to the single unit. Okay, so that is batch. Okay, so each job, so batch in the sense there is a sequence of jobs. Okay, sequence of one by one. That is sequence of one job is completed. Okay, so after completing the one job, the next job will be executed. That is a sequence of jobs. Okay, so each job in the batch is independent of other jobs in the batch. Okay, so there is no dependent for one job to another job. Okay, so what are the inputs? So how to give the input to this batch system means, okay, so card reader and tape drives. Card reader and tape drives are the input devices in the batch systems. Okay, so similarly the output devices. Okay, so how to view that output which means that is tape drivers, so card punch and line printers, etc. Okay, so these are the methods we have to give the input and get the output in the batch systems. Okay, so here some computer systems only did one thing at a time. So they had the list of instructions. Okay, so list of instructions. Okay, so to carry out, these would be carried out one after other. So this is called serial systems. Okay, so this batch systems, it is otherwise called serial systems. Okay, so why it is called as serial system means, okay, so one process or one job can be executed. Okay, so after executed, the next job will be executed. Okay, start the execute. Okay, so that is called serial process. Okay, so one by one job is executed, then after finishing the first job, then second job will be executed. Okay, so that is serial process. Okay, that process is called serial process, right? So what are the advantages of this batch system means? So move much of the work of the operator to the computer. Okay, so there is a lot of works can be given to the computer. Okay, that is advantage. The disadvantage means the turnaround time can be large from user standpoint. Program debugging is difficult. Okay, so what is meant by turnaround time? Okay, so turnaround time. So which means one job is executed. Okay, so after finishing the first job. Okay, up to that the second job will be wait. Okay, up to that the second job will be wait. So the turnaround time is more. Okay, so large from the user standpoint. Okay, the second job will be wait for what are so when the first job will be finished. Okay, so that much time the second job will be wait. Okay, so there is a turnaround time can be large large from the user standpoint. Okay, then program debugging is difficult. Okay, program debugging is difficult means, okay, so after executing, okay, after finishing the first job, so then only we can be so identified what are the errors will be occur. Okay, what are the errors will be occur. So this is the simple batch systems. Okay, so next evaluation, that is multi-programmed operating system. Okay, multi-programmed operating system. So for the first batch system, okay, so most of the time the CPU will not be in busy condition. Okay, busy condition. So here multi-programmed operating system. So keep CPU is busy. Okay, CPU is in the busy state. Okay, so more than one program job must be loaded for execution. Okay, so for the same time, okay, so that is number of jobs will be so loaded at a time. Okay, so multi-programming so increases the CPU utilization. Okay, so for here, so the multi-programmed operating system, right? So it can be so increases the CPU utilization. CPU utilizations can be increased. Okay, so the components of the single user operating system. What are the components? So here, file system, then command processor, IO control system, and the transition area or the essential components, okay, of single user operating system. Okay, so these are the components of multi-programmed operating system. Okay, so what are the components? So components means file system, then command processor, then IO control systems. Okay, so next one, multi-programming operating system divides the transition area. Okay, so divides the transition area to store the multiple programs and provides resource management to the operating system. Okay, so how much programs can be so loaded? Okay, so on the basis of that program, okay, so the operating system so divides that transition area to store the multiple programs. Okay, so multiple programs. So how much programs you have to so loaded? Okay, so that program can be so load for the transitions area. Okay, the operating system can be so allocated for that area, that is transition area, to store the multiple programs and provides the resource management to the operating system. Okay, so next point, the concurrent execution of programs improves the utilization of system resources. Okay, so concurrent execution of program. Okay, concurrent execution of program. So that programs can be so improves the utilization of the system resources. Okay, so next point. So when two or more programs are in the memory at the same time. Okay, so first time we have to so load the number of programs can be so loaded. Okay, so here when two or more programs are at the memory at the same time. Okay, so in memory, so there are two or more programs can be loaded at the same time. Okay, so the operating system can be sharing the processor. Okay, so sharing the processor is referred to the multi-programming operating system. Okay, so operating system can be share the processor. Okay, so this is one of the advantages for so this multi-programmed operating system. When so computer loads, that is more than one program into memory, CPU executes one program, and IO system is busy with other program. Okay, so CPU executes one program. Okay, so CPU, so one or two or more programs can be executed. Okay, so CPU can be executed one program, and that IO system is busy with the other programs. Okay, so for example, so two programs can be so executed. Okay, so one program can be executed by the CPU. Okay, so other programs can be okay, so getting the input. Okay, so getting the input and display the output. Okay, so IO system is busy with other programs. Okay, so the two options can be so done for at the same time. Okay, so when the computer loads more than one program into the memory. Okay, into the memory. So CPU executes one program. Okay, for the same time the IO operations okay so is executed with the other programs, right? So then advantage. Okay, so compared for the batch processing system, so here so the CPU utilization is high. Okay, CPU utilization is high. Okay, so which means it increases the degree of multi-programming. Okay, increases the degree of multi-programming. Okay, so here, so disadvantage means CPU scheduling. Okay, scheduling we need for scheduling, right? Then memory management is required. So these are the main disadvantages for this multi-programmed operating system. Okay. So next one is that is time sharing system. Okay, time sharing system. So time sharing system is in the sense, okay, so time sharing is also called, that is multitasking operating system. Okay, multitasking for the same time that system can be so executed for the multitask purpose. Okay, multitask. So it is a logical extension of the multi-programming operating system. Okay, so time sharing system is the logical extension of the multi-programming operating system. Okay, multi-programming, what is multi-programming? So multi-programming means that the computer can work with more than one program at a time. Okay, so for the same time, okay, in our system or the computer, you have to so execute, okay, so more than one program at a time. Okay, so for the same time, the program can be executed for the number of programs. Okay, so that is called time sharing. Okay, for example, okay, so in our system we have to use user can be working with the information for one database. Okay, so screen analyzing the data. Okay, so for in one window we have to use, that is analyzing the data. Okay, so for while the computer is sorting information from another database. Okay, so for another window we have to use for the another database. Okay, see in another system, another screen we have to use, that is Excel sheet. While Excel sheet is performing, okay, calculation on a separate worksheet. Okay, so for a single time, for the same time, we have to see the number of that is systems. Okay, that is number of windows. One system, one windows we have to use for one database. Okay, analyzing the data. Okay, second one we have to, the computer is storing the information from another database. Okay, that is second window. Third one, that is in Excel sheet. Okay, so like video, then audio. Okay, so the number of screens, okay, we have to open for the same time. Okay, so in the operating system, okay, so the processor will have to share the system. Okay, time sharing. Okay, so this is a database can be shared for one time. Okay, so this database can be shared for another time. So while Excel sheet can be used for this another time. Okay, so these are the time sharing systems. Okay, so many users share the computer system simultaneously in time sharing operating systems. Okay, so number of users, okay, we have to execute or we have to work with the computer for simultaneous, right? So time sharing system gives each user the impression that the entire system is dedicated to his use. Okay, so the entire system will be dedicated for the use of this user. Okay, so this is the time sharing system. Okay, so next evolution, that is multiprocessor system. Okay, multiprocessor in the sense, multiprocessor system is also called as, that is parallel system or tightly coupled systems. Okay, parallel system. Okay, so one program can be executed. Okay, for the same time, the another program can be executed. Okay, they handle system calls. Okay, so memory management, provide file system and memory management. Okay, so if one processor, okay, multiprocessor, so there is one processor fail. Okay, for example, one processor can be fail means, then the other processor should retrieve the interrupted process state so that execution of the process can continue. Okay, so if one processor fail, in the sense we don't bother about that. Okay, so other processes can be take care of that action. Okay, and executes the process. Okay, executes the process can continue within the single system to execute multiple independent sequence of instructions and multiple contexts. Okay, multiple contexts. So this is the use of, that is multiprocessor systems. Okay, multiprocessor systems. And the next one is distributed system. So distributed in the sense, distributed system is a collection of autonomous hosts or systems. Okay, collection of autonomous hosts that are connected to a computer network. Okay, so this is one type of host. Okay, this is another type of host. Okay, so these two hosts are, that is combined, okay, or connected through the computer network. Okay, so using the computer networks, okay, so a lot of computer network devices we have used, okay, using the devices we have to, so connect to the different autonomous systems, okay, different autonomous systems we have to, so connected through the network, computer network, okay. So the distributed system is a collection of independent computers that appear user as a single coherent system, okay, single coherent systems. Then a distributed system consists of multiple software components that are in the multiple computers but runs as a single system. Okay, so we have to so tell that is it's a collection of autonomous cost. Okay, so this is one autonomous cost. This is another one autonomous cost. Okay, so here doing that is one kind of work. So here doing another kind of works. Okay, so which means a distributed system consists of multiple software components. Okay, so different type of software components are used for this. So different that is autonomous cost. Okay, so multiple software components that are multiple computers. Okay, but can be so runs as a single system. Okay, single system. So distributed system can consist of any number of possible configurations such as mainframes, personal computers, workstations, mini computers, and so on. Okay, so right. So next one, so the future trends in the operating systems. So nowadays there is operating system can be used for this cloud-based operating system. Okay, so for the use of clouds, then mobile operating system. So in the mobile operating systems, we have to use the operating system that is iOS. Okay, so in the iOS we have to use for this mobile systems. Okay, so these are the evaluation of operating systems. Okay, evaluation of operating systems. Okay, thank you.